What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here, back with another video. I have a great video, but before I begin, I have a favor to ask. You see, when people ask favors normally on YouTube, it's like, help me win this car, help me do this, help me do that. Fuck that shit. Here's what I need. For those that aren't aware, if you're new to the channel, I'm big into reading comics, not just watching Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame. I mean reading comics since I was a kid. They mean a lot to me, graphic novels, manga. In particular, Katsuhiro Otomo's Akira is probably the one I hold in highest regard. That's why the back of my powerlifting belts, the belt I deadlifted 600 pounds, says Akira lives on the back. It means something. It's something from that manga. It has high sentimental value to me. Anyways, a comic book creator I highly respect, someone by the name of Ed Piskor, who recently has been doing a comic book called X-Men Grand Design, has his own YouTube channel. So this is for those that genuinely like comic books. But what he's doing, he's reviewing Akira, the series as a whole, and he's giving away a special Akira jacket. There was a limited edition run that you can't get anymore, and he's drawing on it. He's making some designs on it, and I want to win the damn thing. But on top of that, he has, it's called Cartoonist Kayfabe, an excellent channel for those that do like comic books, overviewing everything, in particular the era that I grew up with, the 90s, the Attitude Era, Image Comics, overviewing everything comic book related. I highly recommend you go and subscribe to the channel right now. I'm gonna link it in the description, and in particular, I'm gonna link a specific Akira video that he overviews. If you could leave a comment saying, give the man with no calves that jacket, I would highly appreciate it. I never ask things from subscribers, but from those that have been following me for years and years and years and see me do the delts and wear this belt, and they've always wondered, what does Akira Lives mean? It comes from that manga. It is one of the most important pieces of literature that I have personally read, and I think that Ed Piskor is doing fantastic work, and those that read comics, you should definitely check out, first off, his Hip Hop Family Tree, and then also X-Men Grand Design and his channel. So I'm linking that in the description. Go ahead, leave a comment, subscribe. Let's get started with today's video. Okay, so let's talk about the video today. I want to give you a strategy for lifters out there trying to manage fatigue. They're attempting to auto-regulate their training. The best strategy if you're trying to get stronger, what can you do when things don't feel optimal? And there's a lot of different pieces of advice. I'm going to use a practical example from one of my training sessions. You see, recently, once again, back from California, getting in the swing of things, travel, a lot of people that get a little under the weather. I was just busy, there's a lot of things at play, but my first session back wasn't the greatest. In fact, I stuck to the program precisely. I did 285 for a 5x5, and I posted that a week ago, but shit was shaky. It wasn't good. It was actually quite slow. And from just trying to recover from that, get back in the swing of things, my mojo, it just wasn't there. Enter this new week where I'm just supposed to do 10 pounds more, 295 now for a 5x5. But upon doing the warm-ups, I'm not psyching myself out. This applies especially to lifters that know themselves. They're in touch with their bodies. And I thought, man, it's been a little slow. What can I do? In that situation, you have several different variables that you can manipulate because you want to have a good training effect. Remember, if you train at too high of an RPE, if you're supposed to do a weight, you're supposed to do amount of reps, amount of sets, but you're overshooting your RPE, what the hell do you do? And remember, RPE, rate of perceived exertion, you want to be managing fatigue. I made that video about bodybuilders versus powerlifters that gave that overview, and that applies here. So I did 295, I went to that weight, and for some people, they would recommend lowering the weight. So stick at 285, do your 5x5, so do the prescribed amount of volume. Me personally, however, when it comes to intensity, when it comes to making progress with strength, I much rather keep the actual weight you're supposed to lift and lower the total volume. So instead of 5 sets of 5, I did 5 sets of 4. And if you'll notice once again on the sets, they looked pretty damn speedy because I was trying to keep the rep consistency there. I think that is one of the most important factors when it comes to becoming proficient at 1 rep maxes. Being able to replicate the movement the exact same way every single time, having a repeatable process. So if you're grinding out reps, you're just constantly overshooting, and I'm sure you guys have seen people like that at the gym where they're always kind of like at RPE 12 and they never seem to make progress. Too much fatigue, sloppy technique, their neural efficiency, where it comes time, they start associating, maybe it's more psychosomatic, but they start associating in the gym like, oh, this is a heavy weight, I got on rack, oh, my joints feel fucked, all that stuff. Nah, We want to be clean, we want to be precise with what we do. So my number one advice if you're struggling in an individual session would be to lower the total amount of volume. I like to split it up, so that means you can either lower total volume instead of 5x5, 5x4, or even 5x3, or then you can do a 6x3. Whatever volume you could handle that hits roughly at the total amount of workload you're supposed to do and you still feel good, that's what I do. Conversely, if things are going amazing and you've just been undershooting for weeks of training because you're just on that, everything feels great, you can actually bump things up. Once again, if you're having a day where you're just on and you're supposed to have a single and you're supposed to hit it at a RP 8 and things are just feeling great, and last week you hit a certain number, so you think you're going to hit a number this week, go ahead, overshoot it a little bit in a good way. Not overshoot the RP, but overshoot what you're supposed to do. And it's all about managing that fatigue, and in that way you'll see next week I will post my training of me doing the bench once again. You'll see 305, I'll move real smooth because I did a smart training session this week, and training is all about a sequence of events occurring, and so I set myself up this week to have a better next week. I hope that explains a little inside look into programming, how to optimize your training, and really taking a look at the big picture. I gotta get out of here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like the damn video, and also check out Ed's channel, Cartoonist Kayfabe. Link is in the description. Leave a comment in that video. Get me that Akira jacket, and I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.
Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.